this is Aaron, and Aaron is a child, halfly grown up, and yeah, he's pretty bored as we can see. And welcome back to Endzone. Now, children at the moment are doing nothing. They're just sitting here by the bus rack, playing around a bit, fooling around, but are otherwise being totally lazy. And that's about to change because a teacher is coming to town, and we are finishing those cabins there. I think one builder will be fine for that, and we can now assign the first teacher to that. Let's do this. So the school has now a teacher, and hopefully Aaron and the rest of them are now going to school and getting some education, some proper education done. But of course, it's not happening now. Oh, it is. And by Aaron, you lazy bastard, and you can now finally learn something important. Like, for example, how you can chop down a tree, because this is what we need. These are the skills for survival. The next droughts are coming in. And with them, as I said already, a sandstorm most likely. I think so. A double drought usually means that. We also have now 4 recyclers working for us, getting some special resources done. So plastic should be coming in now soon as well. And then we have clothing and metal. Metal we actually have quite a lot at the moment. So I might actually make some metal tools then at some point. Now, let's have a look at our quests. It's not looking good. We are consuming now way too much food, so the food is going down. That's probably because a lot of people grew up. The same goes with the water, and the tools are also being consumed there again. I don't have anyone that I could reassign though, right? This single builder here, he's finishing it. We have finished the cabins, and boom, we get the next homeless again. There actually someone grew up. 2 grew up, very good. So 2 more settlers coming in that we can use right away. It's the eve of the drought, so I'm not going to build a fisherman now. How much more time do we have for the quest? 3 days. No, that can't be right. That's pretty strange. Alright, 3 days. I don't think that we can manage this. You know what? Let's assign everyone to builders, and let's just build those things right away. So the fishing hut is something. That is something we can build here right away. This is producing some fishies for us. The same we could do then over here. I think this is, yep, it's getting, there it is, 100% effectiveness. But 1 fisherman will be fine. And the other thing is for the water. For that we do need a jetty, so a boardwalk, more or less, going out there into the lake. And it makes totally sense, of course, to collect the water right beside the fishermen. They're going to have a lot of fun with each other there, I guess. And the cistern. Now the cistern is then collecting the water from all the surroundings. It stores the water. It needs a workforce though, and it can also take the wells into account, right? So with the cistern, if I build it here, yep, this actually works. We can take that well, and that jetty there into its area of effect, right? And this means that we can store water from 3 sources. If I have it over there, that's not working anymore. Alright, it actually needs to be here. And we probably could squeeze it over, oh yeah, all the way to this side there. Perfect. And then we build it. Because I can now have another well here as well if I want to, for maximum storage of the cistern. And that's the water that we need. Confidence is looking good, I think, because also of the campfire, and because children now have proper education where they can learn something and also get more productive. Let's just see. Another one grew up. Perfect. We can use this gal for... actually as a tailor, I think. Or, no, technician. Because we need some more tools. So 2 of them working on that. And... oh, wait a second. Sorry. There we have the workshop. And where we can say now metal tools. I can do this because we have lots of metal stored. And metal tools are just more durable. And we can use them longer. And thus storing up more tools. Fantastic graphics, really lovely there. There we got our central storeroom, and it's holding up fine so far. 91% is filled. Of course, upgrading it at some point is necessary. 300 wood, that's what actually is congesting my stock here right now. We might just reduce the amount of foresters we have to 3. I don't think we consume enough wood. And the charcoal kiln actually has 2 already. So there's no need for that. I'm going to assign another tailor now. So we have 2 tailors working on that. For the carbon masks. Now, on the other side, there we have the fishing hut. and the jetty, and we have 3 builders, so this should actually get done soon. Right when the drought arrives, by the way. Perfect timing on that. But it's fine. We need to finish it anyway. Why not do it now? The hunting cabin actually has... Yep, 480 food over there. So I'm going to keep it. And the gatherer, oh yep, there's lots of food here. But it's not enough. We are losing food right now. I probably will need another... Let's do this now as well. Another gatherer cabin, and we can do this down here. They're only working really where we have wood, right? Where we have the woods. And oh! There is something bigger here that we can explore later. I might do it down here then. Yep. And let's have us a gatherer down here as well, who's gathering some. So we have 2 of them working for us. Perfect. And there we are in the drought again. So day 1 of 2 drought days there. And this is actually bad this time, because now we are going to really lose food, right? So in the drought, as we remember, the gatherer hut is not working and the hunter is also not working. For now, they still have a few resources, but this is going down now rather quickly, as we can see, because the bushes are having no water anymore and the animals are also dying then, thanks to this. So for now, we still have it, but I think only for a couple of hours. I think he's sneaking onto these animals there. This is looking really cool. He's got a nice weapon there in hand too. Or she actually is Paula. Oh, come on. You don't need to get so close to it. What is she doing? Ah, there it is. The big one. Alright, that you can definitely take. Yep, food is going down. We are going below 1000 soon now, I think. And there it is, day 2 of our drought. A part of the problem with the food is that we have right now is that so many people grew up, right? So we got 7 more adults just in one day. And that's because I also build a lot of houses. So every time we build a house, a family moves in, like in Banished, and we do get children out of this. So the more houses I build, the more children we eventually get, and the more problems arise from that, of course, when it comes to the food consumption and the water consumption. Another problem, of course, is the drought right now, so that we don't have the fishermen, for example, working. That has been finished here, but we are coming close now to the end of it, and then hopefully my food is going up. Also, our latest gatherer would be ready to work now, but there's nothing here, and that forest isn't looking really good because of that. Did we just lose someone? I think we just lost someone, but I don't think to any of that, but rather to age, because there's also no radiation. Nope, that should not be a problem. We got 9 homeless though. This is a problem. So let's build. Yep, we do have the resources. Let's build some more cabins. And where should we do that? Here we still have a bit of space, so I can squeeze in 2. Let's actually squeeze in... Ah, come on. It's always those few tiles there. It's fine. And those 3 should be fine. And then this area, of course. Alright, next day, drought is over, the water is coming back, as we can see, and that means the fishermen will also be working now. So let's assign, yeah, let's say 3 to the fisher, and that means we have still 3 more, and a few more to the gatherer then. There we have that. Right, so really push the food. And yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to finish this quest. That is because of a double drought. So no sandstorm, luckily, but 2 days, 2 drought days, that's taking its toll, and we are certainly not doing this. So I don't think it would have been possible if I knew that we had 2 drought days coming in, then perhaps. Unfortunately, it was not possible. This will be a hit on the confidence, but other than that, nothing too bad will happen. Do we need those builders? Actually, I don't think we're building anything for now, so I can reassign them. Those builders... Oh, sorry, the cabins. But they have been finished. No problem there. Let's assign them. Another fisher. And we definitely do need... yeah, more for the food. Right, so that's that. Teacher should be fine. Scrap collector. Let's go with that. Oh, yeah. Getting low of scrap over there, so we need to reassign it. And the forest lodge can actually stay in this area. We might actually move the foresting area a bit more down here to the south, because this is the area that we want to use for some more buildings. This is quite the major road here too, so lots of people are using this road now for traveling to the industrial district. It's fine, so we're going to soon have more tents than close here, closer to the workplaces. And perfect, the cistern has been built as well, and we got the settlers for this right away. So I can now assign, I think, 5 people to that. Right, and they should then be carrying or collecting water from the surrounding area. Not only from the lake itself, but I think the lake has priority. And then also from the wells in their surroundings to, you know, reduce their water tank. And this should really push us there now for the water supply. And with the food, it was really close, like really close. 300 food was left, and that's it. And then we would have lost a lot of people, but now it's working again, because it takes a bit of time for the gatherers and the hunters to have food again, to find food again right after a drought. I think half a day it still takes, so that's something to keep in mind. Let's have another well keeper there. I think someone died. We can see this also, and probably due to age, because we still have everything, and we are pretty full on wood and scraps. That's beautiful, so we can actually build some more stuff. I would like to build a shelter now. Now shelter is suitable for a large number, 25 citizens actually, and it's very inconvenient there. This means that they're not schooly pooping around so much, right? So with that, we can control the population a bit, because every time we build a cabin, a family moves in that produces children. It isn't the case with the shelter, even though of course a shelter is also producing children, but not at the same rate. It's rather slower. Let's build a shelter here. It's consuming quite a lot of scraps and wood and clothing as well, that we don't have actually, but we will have it then soon. So I would like to consume a few more resources. The charcoal kiln should also get someone up there, consuming a few logs. We're really losing people there right now. Water carriers down. And several children in our settlement are unhappy. The harsh environment doesn't have much to offer for kids. The children are calling for new toys and clothing that's better tailored. Alright. You want me to build scrap tools and neck scarves, so the basic stuff. Okay, let's do this. We are already doing the advanced tools, but let's go for the basic ones then, if you're happy with that. We only need to produce them, we don't need to store them. And the shelter finally is coming up. One tent after another, and then also the main building. Fantastic, and there we have it, and this is definitely solving the homeless problem that we have for quite some time. It is though a problem for those people living in here, so they have a reduced attractiveness, right, and a reduced confidence, so that's going to be a problem. We could also say, for example, that the old and infertile go to this place, and the young and the fertile go to the shelters, or to the normal buildings, and that would then be productive for my population. While all settlers also goes in with the young adults that are not reproducing them. Let's actually say old and infertile, so they're going into the shelter now. And it should not be that many though. Oh yeah, it is actually 11. We got that many old people already, and the young ones are moving into those cabins then and schooly pooping around. Now, since we do have so many old people, something that is very important and dear to my people is a cemetery. Since we are losing so many people right now, let's build us a cemetery. Where should we build this one? Probably a bit further away. Up there, close to the lake. Down here, close to the... Yeah, this is a good location actually. Even though this is the industrial zone, right? You know what, let's have the cemetery. Actually, I like to have it close to the mountains there, because it's not wasting them that much. Unfortunately, there's no tunnel, so yeah, that's that. But I can definitely have it up here. So it's going to take a while before we reach this area, and having a cemetery there makes sense to me. Or like this. I think like this is fine. It's far away, and at the same time, let's have it up there beside the lake. Let's not fool around there too much. And I'm also going to build us a dirt road then. Let's see, this one there. most likely goes right up to this one. Do we have the builders for that? Oh, yes. And how much does it consume? Wooden scrap only. So that should be done quickly. My builders, we have 5 of them. That's fine. Oh, look at that. Water is going up. Food is going up. Albeit a bit slower because, well, people also like to store some food. And that's what we can see here. That's the reserved one. 250 days at that. So we also have a bit of a buffer between what is shown here and what we actually have. Actually, we have 1,100. But since some of that is also stored in reserves, we do actually only have 980 for taking. That would be able to be taken from the stockpiles. Now we have one more adult and we probably will need to move him. What? We could have 10 morticians. So 10 people working in the cemetery. I'm certainly not going to waste that many people on that. Let's have a charcoal burner. We always need coal. And we need to consume some of that wood that we have. And the children are happy that you've responded to the wishes. Oh, we fulfilled everything there. And we do get a nice confidence boost for children. No idea if they're growing up more quickly with that then. But I guess it's fine for now. And look at that. We have actually 10 of 10 children in class. So this school is almost full. It's looking fantastic, isn't it? We have a huge tower here. Made of scrap and wood. And look at that, just when I was about to move the campfire to this location here because I wanted to have the market in that side. After all, we lost someone once again. So this is of old age. This is Adam, so one of our first settlers that arrived with us, and he's just lying in the dirt now. And as it is with all the dead people, right? They're just lying around there. Either we butcher them and eat them, but of course we're not doing that. We're going to bury them once the cemetery is completed. It takes a bit longer than expected, even though we have 5 builders working on that. But what can you do about it? In the meantime, Adam is going to lay here. So what I did is actually I want to have the market, the big market on that side. It makes more sense because this way we would lose a lot of influence to the mountains. And here it's, you know, much wider and we can have much more buildings around it. And the market is basically doing what? It is storing all the food that we find in the world and all the consumables for my citizens. And my citizens can then go to this market and purchase stuff from here directly without having to go, for example, all the way down here to this storeroom. Now, the storeroom is not the only one. Another thing is, and that's why we built the market as well, beside having all the materials anyway, I would like to build now something for a long-lasting food supply. So not something for hunters and gatherers and fishermen only, but perhaps some pastures and some fields. And that's where the market also makes sense because I will need to have those buildings a bit further away from the central town itself. And that is here. Oh, we've also finished the cemetery, so I should assign right away 1 to this one, only 1. And what he's doing now, basically, he is now transporting the dead people that are lying around somewhere, transporting them up here and storing them in the graves. And that's also making my people happy, so this is adding a bit to the confidence. We're still too low on the food, so let's get cracking on this production that I want to have. For this, I will need, first of all, that we have the market, that we have the main road. The main road goes all the way down here to this area, and then we have a road to that side. And here, basically, we're going to have a bit of a food production. Not much for now, and it's not centralized in one place only, but in several places. But here we can start with that, right? And we could start with, yep, this pasture there. Like this. And perhaps also some crop yards, some crop fields that we can have. Down here, we could have one. Some smaller fields and another one right up here. Right, and of course they do need some workforce then as well. Another thing is the dirt road is going then all the way to this one. And probably another road that we're going to need like this. I just hope, let's make it like that, that's better. And then what we can have, since this scrap goes away over time now, right? So we are probably going to, yep, let's assign the scrapyard to this area. So we're going to clear this area now from the scrap. And we can have now another storeroom in this area. And this is basically storing all the food then. I think it's storing food too, right? Yes, it should be storing the food. Berries and mushrooms, very good. So a storeroom. And there we have then the food that is being harvested here and then being brought to the market that we have over there. Like this. Perfect. We do have some homeless again, so it might also be good to have some additional cabins. Let's just see. We might place them... yeah, a bit further outside there again. So here. 3 more cabins. And for the community, we do have the forum where we can make some decisions and decrees for our citizens. Also the non-growing decree, which makes it possible that they don't grow anymore. And the medical facility. And that is actually something that I would like to have rather sooner than later. And yep, it's actually fitting in here just nicely. And this is a good location for the hospital there as well. Why? Because basically it is in the center of the village, close to the industrial zone, close to our food production, close to the central town itself, stuff like that. The market is finished, perfect, so we can already use someone for that. The logistician, there it is, and this guy is now basically transporting all the goods that he finds to the market that my citizens want. Fantastic building there as well. Lots of details in these buildings. There's even a welcome sign. And with that, we continue happily and get the next step of food production up and running. Stay tuned.